Debt can be a heavy burden to carry, impacting not only your finances but also your mental and emotional well-being. The good news is that you don't have to stay trapped in debt forever. In this video, we'll go over the different types of debt you may encounter, explain why getting out of debt should be a priority for anyone struggling with it, and provide actionable tips on how to pay off debt fast. Whether you choose the snowball or avalanche method, by following our advice and staying committed to your goal, you'll soon find yourself on the path towards financial freedom. So let's get started. Debt comes in many forms, each with its own set of challenges. The most common types include credit card debt, student loans, personal loans, and mortgages. Credit card debt is one of the easiest to accumulate but also one of the most expensive due to high interest rates. It's important to keep a close eye on your spending habits and pay off your balance in full each month whenever possible. Student loan debt can be a significant burden for recent graduates trying to establish themselves financially. It's crucial to understand the repayment terms and explore options such as income-based repayment plans or loan forgiveness programs. Personal loans are often used for large purchases like home renovations or car repairs. While they can offer quick access to funds, they come with higher interest rates compared to other types of secured loans. Mortgages are typically long-term debts that require regular payments over several years or decades. Understanding all associated fees and interest rates upfront is essential when considering this option. No matter what type of debt you're dealing with, it's critical to have a clear understanding of how much you owe, what your monthly payments are, and any applicable penalties or fees related to late payments. Debt can be a suffocating burden that affects not only your financial health but also your mental and emotional well-being. When you are in debt, you are constantly worried about how to make ends meet, how to pay bills on time, and how to manage unexpected expenses. Being in debt means that you owe money to creditors or lenders who charge interest rates that make it difficult for you to repay the borrowed amount. As a result, the longer you stay in debt, the more money you will end up paying back due to accumulating interest charges. Getting out of debt is essential if you want financial freedom and stability. By eliminating your debts, you will have more control over your finances and fewer worries about unpaid bills or looming debts. Moreover, being free from debt gives you greater flexibility with major life decisions such as buying a home or starting a business. It allows for increased savings potential towards retirement accounts or emergency funds without feeling guilty of using extra cash assets. Getting out of debt is crucial for achieving financial security and peace of mind. The benefits far outweigh any temporary discomforts associated with cutting back on spending habits while making payments toward loans, debts each month. Getting out of debt can be a daunting task, but it's not impossible. Here are some tips on how to get out of debt fast. Create a budget and stick to it. This means knowing exactly how much money is coming in each month and where it's going. Cut back on unnecessary expenses like dining out or buying new clothes. Consider using the snowball method or the debt avalanche method to pay off debts quickly. The snowball method involves paying off the smallest balances first while making minimum payments on larger debts. The debt avalanche method involves paying off high-interest debts first. Negotiate with creditors for lower interest rates or payment plans that work for your budget. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help if you need it. Focus on increasing your income by working overtime or finding a side hustle. Use any extra money you earn towards paying down your debts faster. Remember that getting out of debt takes time and dedication, but with these tips and a strong commitment to financial stability, anyone can achieve their goal of being debt-free. The snowball method is a popular debt repayment strategy that helps people pay off their debts fast. This method involves paying off your smallest debt first, then moving on to the next one until all debts are paid in full. The idea behind this approach is to build momentum and motivation as you see your debts disappearing one by one. To get started with the snowball method, make a list of all your debts from smallest to largest and start putting extra money towards the smallest debt while making minimum payments on everything else. Once the smallest debt is paid, roll over that payment amount into the next smallest balance and continue the process until all your debts are paid off. One advantage of using this method is that it can provide quick wins which help motivate you to keep going. Additionally, eliminating even just one small debt can free up more money each month to put toward other balances or expenses. However, some critics argue that focusing solely on paying off smaller balances may not be financially optimal in terms of minimizing interest charges. It's important to weigh both sides when deciding if this method is right for you and consult with a financial advisor if needed. The snowball method has proven effective for many people looking for a structured way out of debt. Give it a try if you're looking for a clear path forward toward financial freedom. The debt avalanche method is another popular strategy to get out of debt fast. Unlike the snowball method, this technique focuses on paying off debts with the highest interest rates first. To start using this method, make a list of all your debts and their respective interest rates. Then prioritize them in order from highest to lowest interest rate. Once you have your prioritized list, focus on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first while continuing to make minimum payments on all other debts. Once that debt is paid off, move on to the next one with the next highest interest rate. The benefit of this approach is that it saves you money on interest payments over time since you are tackling high-interest debts first. However, it can be more challenging if some of your larger balances have lower interest rates than smaller ones. Both methods can help you get out of debt quickly by providing a clear plan and motivation for paying down what you owe. There are both pros and cons to getting out of debt fast. On the one hand, becoming debt-free can be a huge relief and bring peace of mind. It can also allow you to save more money for your future goals, such as buying a house or starting a business. However, there are some potential downsides to getting out of debt too quickly. For example, if you focus solely on paying off debt without building up an emergency fund first, you may find yourself in financial trouble if an unexpected expense arises. Another potential drawback is that aggressively paying down debt could mean sacrificing other important areas of your life, such as travel or leisure activities. This could ultimately lead to burnout and cause you to give up on your goal altogether. It's also worth noting that different methods for paying off debt may work better for different people depending on their individual circumstances. While some individuals may benefit from using the snowball method, paying off debts with the smallest balance first, others might prefer the avalanche method, paying off debts with the highest interest rate first. It's important to carefully weigh all factors before deciding whether or not to pursue aggressive debt repayment strategies. Getting out of debt fast is not an easy feat, but it is achievable with the right mindset and strategies. It all starts by identifying the types of debts you have, understanding why you need to get out of them, and choosing the best method that suits your financial goals. The snowball method allows you to gain momentum as you pay off smaller debts first, while the debt avalanche method targets high interest rates and saves more on interest payments in the long run. Remember that getting out of debt fast requires discipline and sacrifice. You may need to cut down your expenses or find other sources of income to achieve your goals faster. Always weigh the pros and cons before deciding on a strategy for getting rid of debt. While getting out of debt fast has its benefits such as freeing up funds for savings or investments, it may also require temporary adjustments in lifestyle. Creating a plan with realistic timelines can help make paying off debts manageable and less overwhelming. With patience and perseverance, anyone can take control over their finances by becoming debt-free.